It's kind of funny because so many people have heard of the Everglades and very few people seem to have heard of Dry Tortugas. And on this road trip, the majority of your money will probably go to Dry Tortugas.
And it's worth it. It's so worth it. This is the Exploring the National Parks podcast with Dirt in My Shoes. My name is Ash, and I'm a former park ranger and the founder of Dirt in My Shoes. I think that the parks are best seen from the trail, and I'm here to make national park trip planning easy.
And I'm John. I carry the kids on the trails, I tell stories, and notice all the things that Ash doesn't care about much, like birds.
Join us as we show you around America's spectacular national parks.
We're sharing our favorite places, fun facts, adventures, and misadventures.
And we'll even throw in a little trip planning.
Let's start exploring.
We just had a funny little mishap. I pulled up my notes. I have this beautifully written out itinerary for the Florida parks. It's like so organized, stop by stop, day by day. And I pull up my notes to start recording, and it's chaos. John used my notes to write his notes, and I'm like looking at it like, what in the heck? How do you even use this?
Listen, it was an accident. I made a copy of hers, I moved it to my drive, and then I edited hers on accident.
Yeah, so I pull mine up and I'm like, how do you go through the world, John? And also, it's genius, but it's messy and so chaotic.
Oh, it's true. It's the perfect illustration of how this podcast works.
I know. It's like my perfect notes, everything's organized, everything looks great, and then John just blows it up.
Oh my gosh. And as we get into this and I kind of share some of my notes, you'll understand why it's also the perfect illustration of what we're talking about today. There's so many things that just are the perfect parallel.
Oh, man. So we are talking today about the Florida National Parks, specifically a really cool road trip route that you can take to hit all three parks.
Right.
We love this route. This is one of our favorite trips to take during the winter months because these Florida parks, I mean, peak season for these ones are during what's known as the dry season in Florida, and that's like November through April.
Right. Which is my favorite time to go someplace warm in the first place. And so it's like the perfect escape from our cold weather wherever, in the mountains. And so I just love visiting this place.
Well, and so when you go during the dry season, basically that's just a nice way to say no hurricanes, no bugs, at least not as many.
Right.
And not as much humidity and heat and discomfort.
Right.
So November through April, I mean, you will find us in the Florida parks almost every year. At this point, we take a trip out there during that time.
Yeah, it's so nice. And one thing that's also kind of nice is because it's a little bit cooler, some of the creatures that you might interact with that are reptiles might be a little slower.
Yeah. The alligators are just sunning themselves. They're not chasing after you.
Exactly.
So, okay. For you, if you don't know, the three national parks in Florida are Everglades National Park, Biscayne National Park, and Dry Tortugas National Park. And they're all down like towards the bottom of Florida. So they're not that far apart, really. It's easy to road trip to all three. You're not driving the whole state. You're not driving the panhandle and then down to the bottom. Like nothing like that. You're kind of just right there. They're all kind of right there, which is perfect.
It's so
perfect
easy
for road
to
tripping.
Oh, it's so easy to do it. Like we talk about how sometimes it's easy to road trip the Utah parks, but like you fly into Miami and you're just like, boom, right there next to all three of them.
Yeah. So this road trip that we like to take is 10 days. You can shorten it. I'm giving you 3 full days in Everglades,
right,
which I think Everglades deserves. It is one of my favorite national parks now.
When people ask us what our favorite national parks are, and I say, by what category? And if they say wildlife spotting, Everglades is number 2 for me.
Yeah.
Because I love the wildlife that you can see in Everglades.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's like a safari. So we do, in this 10 days, we do 3 days in Everglades, 2 days in Biscayne, which that's where you would cut out a day if you don't need to. and 1 day in Dry Tortugas. So we're covering 525 miles. That's a pretty good road trip.
It really
You
is.
have enough time to listen to all of Ricky Martin's backlogs. So you can do that in 525 miles.
Yeah, you can.
I've tried. I love Ricky Martin.
And yeah, but every artist has their deep tracks and their hits. And so there's a few that I'm a little bit more excited to come on.
Yeah. So we're doing, again, 3 days in Everglades, 2 days Biscayne, 1 day Dry Tortugas, 10 days total, 525 miles. As we walk you through this, we're not going to go into like a ton of detail for each stop and each place in the park because we already have episodes about Everglades and Dry Tortugas that we've recorded. So if you want to dig in deeper to those parks, which you absolutely should, especially if you are actually planning on taking this road trip, then go look at episodes 6 through 9 for Everglades and episodes 58 and 59 for Dry Tortugas. And we'll put those links in the show notes too, so that you can quickly get to those other podcast episodes if you want to learn more.
Some of the things we talk about in those episodes that are quite a bit deeper than what we're going to talk about today are some of the funnest things I think we've ever talked about on this podcast.
Like Dry Tortugas, like it has a salty flavor.
Yeah.
And it's really fun to dig in deeper to that one. And like we said, Everglades, like we love Everglades and it's taken on a whole new, deeper meaning for us. And there's just a lot that you want to know before you go so that you really appreciate it. So anyway, go check out those.
Okay, but before we start off on each of the days and things, you mentioned Dry Tortugas has a salty flavor. I would say that in general, Florida has kind of its own flavor. And it's a really fun flavor. You've got the Kenny Chesney, of Florida. You've got the no shoes, no shirt, no problems kind of feel in Florida. Like if you go down to Key West, you've got Margaritaville with Jimmy Buffett and stuff like that. I thought that one of my favorite things that we could talk about today is a internet sensation. It's broken the internet multiple times, but the first time that it happened, I totally missed it. And so I wanted to talk about it today. The Florida Man
series of events. Yeah.
Exactly.
Florida
I was going to say
Man.
sensation, but I already said sensation like a paragraph ago. So the Florida Man-ness of Florida is so funny. And if you don't know what Florida Man is, I would encourage you to just go into your browser and type Florida Man and then your birthday. Because it's the funniest thing. So I typed in Florida Man and my birthday, and what I came up with was Florida Man steals alligator from golf course and then tries teaching it a lesson by throwing it on roof of bar.
What?
And another one, Florida Man arrested for destroying a liquor store under construction, told police he was Alice in Wonderland and that the hookah-smoking caterpillar ordered him to attack the site. Oh my gosh. Anyways, please type it into your own browser and explore the Florida Man.
If you don't know what it is, it's just the headline always says Florida Man.
Right.
So it's not the same person.
Right.
It's just a Florida Man. But it's like, yeah, it's taken on a life of its own. Like Florida Man headlines are so funny.
They're so funny. Florida people, I think, just are very good at being true and authentic to themselves.
And let's put a little asterisk on that, just so you know, my dad and his whole family is from Florida. And so we have personal experience with Florida and have a lot of Florida in my blood and in my lineage.
Yes.
So.
Ash's dad is Florida Man. Sometimes.
My uncle is Florida Man. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we do poke fun a little bit, but John's not wrong. It is hilarious. So I'm assuming, well, actually, since you sabotaged my notes, I know that you have a whole bunch more headlines for us coming up.
I have 2 wonderful headlines for each day of this road trip
Okay.
that we get to just laugh about.
Okay.
For day 1, we're flying into Miami, right?
Yeah. What's nice is Miami is a huge airport. It's easy to get cheap flights here from most places.
Right.
It puts you right in the middle of this road trip. So Miami is fine. If you want to go a little bit north to Fort Lauderdale, that's fine too. That general area is going to be where you're going to want to fly in. Honestly, even if you want to go over to like Fort Myers, the other side of Florida, and the other side of Everglades, that's fine too, but that's a really small airport. So we usually just fly into Miami. It makes it really easy.
And there's a lot of hotel options. It's got everything. It's kind of the biggest gateway town in a lot of ways in the country.
Yeah, I mean, you're so close to Everglades from Miami. It's like half an hour, 45 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're flying into Miami on day one, and then you're going to drive actually across the state, as I mentioned, kind of going to the other side of Florida to either Everglades City or Naples is kind of the big city that's right there. It's not hard to be bigger than Everglades City. But so we're starting our adventure. We're starting our road trip in the Everglades, but we're starting on the quieter side of the Everglades. There's a section over here that I think is worth the drive. It gives you a different taste of what Everglades is. And so, yeah, that first day, it's a travel day. You're flying into Miami. You're driving over to Everglades City or Naples and staying there that night to set you up for day 2.
But I love that side of the park. I think it's so much fun. But the Florida Man headlines for today are really fun. Florida man steals truck to warn government of aliens fighting with Chinese dragons.
These just all sound drug-induced.
They do. He stole a truck and drove to the Air Force Base.
Oh my gosh.
And tried to get in because the president told him in his head.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's a good one. Florida man steals police car, then steals second police car to escape the first chase. Both of those indicate that your travel across the state from Miami to the side of the Everglades might be fraught with peril. There could be aliens, Chinese dragons,
car chases,
stolen
cars.
Exactly. The Florida man flavor comes out on the highway.
Okay. So day 2, we're over on the Everglades City side of Florida, the west side of Florida. So this is the Gulf Coast area of the Everglades. And what we like to do, so this side, really, there isn't a whole lot to do in the park part of it. You've got like a little visitor center and water. And so there's a bunch of ranger tours you can do out here. We really like the 10,000 Islands boat tour. They take you out into the water. There's islands everywhere. We saw dolphins last time we were there. You can see the mangroves.
Oh, so
and everything.
The dolphins were so cool because they follow your boat and they were like diving in and out of the wake of the boat. And so it's not like you're just seeing, a fin way off in the distance. These dolphins were playing with us.
It was cool. And our kids drove the boat for a minute, which was nice of the guy.
Yeah.
The captain. But they have other tours too, like kayak tours, museum tours, stuff like that. And so, probably part of your day is going to be on some type of guided tour to get to see this area. And then there's a couple other things like Big Cypress National Preserve is over here. There's hiking, canoeing, off-roading, stuff like that you can do if you want to do stuff here.
You can take airboat tours from here too sometimes.
Yeah, and then what we like to do, because Everglades City is the stone crab capital of the world.
Yeah.
Which we didn't know, and I still don't think I really know what stone crabs are, except it's crab and it's delicious.
It's so good.
So we really like Triad Seafood over in Everglades City, and it's a really cool restaurant that's like on the stilts in the water. And so we're watching birds and fish and all sorts of stuff while we're eating. They do all-you-can-eat stone crab if it's in season. We got the grouper, which was really good.
Those grouper steaks were so thick.
Yeah, but it's like fresh, and you're in the water, you're over the water. It's just a really fun experience.
The ambiance was really neat.
Yeah, and it's a slower pace.
Yeah.
So you're not in the crowds. You're just experiencing a different landscape, a different side of Everglades that's really fun.
But now we get to experience our Florida man headlines for day 2. This one is crazy. Florida man tries to run to Bermuda in a giant inflatable bubble. Twice.
Those big bubbles that you play in.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
He made it. So he made it pretty far out there, and then the Coast Guard stopped him. And then then a few years later, he tried to do it again, and they stopped him again.
Oh boy.
But it's kind of a fun idea. I don't know. I think you could do it.
The thing is, I could see John trying something like that.
Well, it's like people swim the channel between England and France,
I'll
right?
just run in a bubble.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
Why not?
Exactly. Not a big deal. Number 2, Florida man arrested for attacking girlfriend with banana.
Oh boy.
But it was probably pretty rotten, so it was soft.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
That's an interesting. Well, no comment.
That's the safest thing to do.
Okay, so that takes us into day 3. We've spent the day in the Everglades City area. Now, day 2, nighttime, you're going to stay in Everglades City or Naples again. Day 3, you'll check out of that hotel and you'll get a nice early start to Shark Valley.
My favorite place.
It's another section of the Everglades, and you're making your way back over towards Miami and the busier part of Everglades.
Mm-hmm.
Shark Valley is the busiest part of Everglades, for sure.
And for good reason, because this is where you're going to see the most alligators ever in your whole life.
Yeah, it's so impressive.
It's amazing.
So Shark Valley, I mean, there's not like a ton to do here either. You really just have the 15-mile loop that goes through Shark Valley that you can bike or hike or take a tram tour to, you just drive around basically and look for wildlife.
Yeah.
How many alligators do you think we saw last time we did this?
50. Easy.
We lost count. The tram tour guide stopping for them.
Yeah,
which I was very disappointed about, actually. I wanted to see how many cool pictures I could get and stuff.
Well, what's amazing is like you fly in from wherever you live. 99% of, United States doesn't have alligators. And so you get there and you're like so excited. And then you see one, like you stop the whole tram or you stop your bike if you're riding your bike and you stop, you take a look, you're like, wow, this is so cool. You stop for the next 2 or 3. And then it's like, guys, we got to cover some ground.
We can't keep stopping. So anyway, so that's really cool. Definitely do that loop in some way. If you need to take the tram tour, that's fine. That's what we usually do. Mm-hmm. Get on that loop so that you can see. If you can make it out to the observation tower, then that's pretty cool because there's usually alligators below you that you can see. Mm-hmm. But I do think just staying on the path, especially the tram tour takes you like clockwise. And towards the end, the 10 to 12 time as you're going back to the visitor center on the clock, that's when we saw the most. Yeah. It was like the end of the tour, and that's why the guide was like, we're not stopping. And so they dropped us off, and then we walked back down to that because there were so many alligators there. Yeah,
but also, kind of a quick fun fact, Everglades is like the only place in the world where alligators and crocodiles exist together. Mm-hmm. And I have photo proof, even though it says that Shark Valley is a little bit too far inland for crocodiles to be in there. They're usually a little bit more along the coastline. I have a photograph from the tower of an alligator and a crocodile right next to each other.
In the same photo.
Yeah.
I know. We were like, that's a crocodile. And the rangers were like, no, there's no crocodiles up here. And we're like, we can prove it, suckers.
Exactly.
There's a crocodile here. So yeah, so you'll take some time to do that loop for sure. And then the rest of the day, this is where the main airboats for Everglades National Park operate, is right in this area as well, just down the road a little bit further. This is the day you're going to want to take your airboat tour while you're right here. One thing I will say about airboats, so they are pretty controversial in this park. Mm-hmm. People don't like how loud they are. They kind of take away from the natural ambiance. They
disrupt wildlife a little bit.
Yeah. But it's kind of just like one of those really fun experiences that you want to have. When people think about Everglades, they think about airboats. Mm-hmm. And so there are authorized concessionaires that kind of run like the same tour, the same path so that they're minimizing how much they're disrupting.
Right.
And so make sure you take a tour with one of those authorized concessionaires. You can find them on the Everglades website for the National Park Service. Make sure you do that so that you're airboating responsibly, basically. I did not love, it was fun to be on one. It's not the same as being in Shark Valley and seeing alligators everywhere and seeing them in a more natural way without a whole bunch of noise.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that, especially after Shark Valley, it's like you've seen 50 to 100 alligators in their natural state, because some of these airboat tour places, they have their own captive alligators that they feed and they do a little show, which can be cool as well, but it's just different. It's not the same as seeing them in the wild.
I think it's interesting to compare and contrast the two experiences side by side. But just know, if you're looking forward to Everglades because you want to ride an airboat, that's fine. But I really do think the Shark Valley experience is better.
Yeah.
It feels more natural. So we have no problem with, doing both. It's totally different. So you'll go through Shark Valley, you'll do the airboat tour, you're making your way to the main part of Everglades. And so we're driving to Homestead. So that's about an hour or so from Shark Valley to get down to Homestead. You can stay in Homestead or thereabouts. There's a bunch of options, tons of options down in this area. Again, you're just a little bit outside of Miami at this point. And so you've got lots of options here. But we'll make our base camp in Homestead here for a while because we still have more to see in Everglades, and Biscayne is just right here too.
Right.
Get yourself to Homestead at the end of day 3, and then that will set you up perfectly for the next few days.
Exactly. And the day 3 Florida Man headlines, a lot of these have to do with police reports. And so this first one, Florida Man calls 911 to report himself for drunk driving.
Oh.
Which was very responsible.
Well, yes. What a great citizen.
He said he just wanted to do the right thing.
Oh.
Which I thought was great of him.
Yeah, how wholesome.
He's got a lot of integrity. The next one is Florida Man hides in swamp to avoid arrest, but he gets stuck and has to yell for help.
Oh boy.
I feel like that's like if I'm playing hide and go seek with my kids and they get stuck in a drawer or a cabinet or something. Dad!
Yeah. The ruse is up.
Yes, exactly. I love that.
All right. So going into day 4, this is the main part of Everglades National Park. We made it.
Yes.
So you've seen the quieter side. You've seen Shark Valley where majority of the alligators are. And now we're down to an area of the park that actually has a good amount of paved road to drive.
It's true.
Quite a few things to do, things to see. So
what's interesting though, Ash, is that these other 2 days, we've kind of been on the boundary of Everglades.
Yeah.
And so this is your first day where you actually cut deep into the heart of the Everglades.
Through, yes. And we're making our way down to the Flamingo area from Homestead, basically. So if you look at a map, you're starting in Homestead and you're just following that road all the way down to the bottom to Flamingo. And there's a lot of really cool things you can do along the way. So we really like the Anhinga Trail, Gumbo Limbo Trail. You've got the Nike Missile Base. You've got Paheoki Overlook. Lots of bird watching in all the ponds that you'll pass. There's so many ponds with birds.
Yeah, and if you listen to the other Everglades episodes, we talk about how the birds, they are such an important part of Everglades history and the natural ecosystem.
Yeah, and then you've got the Mahogany Hammock Trail. This is where, too, if you want to do a sluice log, which is basically walking through, Everglades is not a swamp. It's a slow-moving river.
Right.
But it's very slow moving. So your sluice log is you're walking through what most people would call a swamp with a park ranger. They do ranger-led tours through here. I personally am not brave enough to do a sluice log.
You could have just said interested. I'm not interested in doing a
I'll
sluice
be
log.
candid with you. Walking through the water where I can't see the bottom, I don't know what's down there. I know there are things down there because there's things everywhere in this park. It sounds a little scary to me, but people love it. So if you're braver than me, do it.
And if you have the right gear, but also some of the sawgrass can be pretty sharp.
Yeah, and they outfit you with these ranger tours. Like they take care of you and they take you where they are familiar with and stuff. So it's not like crazy.
Right.
But for me, I really like to see what I'm stepping into. So I've not done that one, but I've heard really, really good things about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an option. And then when you get to the bottom of the road and you get down to the Flamingo area, this is one of our favorite places to go to see wildlife. Not only do you have all the ponds with the birds and stuff, and you can see crocodiles down in this area if you're lucky, but the Flamingo Marina has manatees in it.
And we've seen them every time.
And it's just so cool.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We love just sitting there and watching them come up, and they swim around and they're so cute and happy.
They're so fun. And it's kind of like, when you go whale watching, you can kind of see blowholes. Like, it's kind of like that with the manatees. That's how you see where they're at.
And they just hang out in the marina. So really cool. Actually, we love that. Like we said, Everglades is one of our favorite national parks for wildlife. And it's very varied wildlife. You see a lot of different things. And the manatees down at Flamingo is one of our favorite things to do. So you drive that whole road, stop, do all the things. That's a full day trip, going down and back and just stopping along the way.
So talking about the manatees, that actually relates to one of our Florida man stories.
I hope he didn't hurt them. I love manatees.
Well, and this is almost like a public service announcement too.
Okay.
Florida man arrested for riding manatee.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
So just so everybody knows, it is illegal to ride a manatee.
Oh, my gosh. What, did you just jump in? And
there are multiple stories of this. It's kind of like the manatees are kind of like the Yellowstone equivalent of approaching buffalo. Yeah. In a lot of ways, except
they'll just lose their brains.
Yeah, except that manatees are the friendliest, nicest creatures.
Yeah.
And so you should just leave them be. Something everybody should realize. Please just let them be. Observe them from a distance. The other one has nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
It's just crazy. It reminds me of a Monty Python movie. Florida man with no arms charged with stabbing tourist.
What?
Yes, there's a scene from Monty Python where one of the guys, he just like gets his arms cut off and then he gets his legs cut off and then he just says he's going to bite people. Anyways, apparently he used scissors held with his feet.
Oh.
And he won the fight.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Just because someone doesn't have arms doesn't mean that they're not defenseless.
Yeah, holy smokes.
I feel like that would be the scariest way to be attacked.
Florida man. That's rough.
That's a rough Florida man headline.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, on that note.
Now we get to go to Biscayne. Day 5.
So you're staying in Homestead again. Like I mentioned, Biscayne is pretty close to Everglades. They're only separated by about a half an hour drive. So if you're in Homestead, side note, we really like the Gator Grill here.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to try alligator or frog, they cook all of that up, which, yay. And Robert is a really fun stop in Homestead for food. Then we're going to Biscayne on day 5. And Biscayne is really interesting because it's 95% water. And so if you don't make plans to go on some type of guided tour or something to get out onto the water, there's basically nothing for you to do at this park. Right. We learned that the hard way, didn't we? We thought, we're just right here. Like, we didn't have plans to go to Biscayne. We're like, we're just right here. We'll just drive in and see what it's like. And we got there and we're like, nothing. Nothing for us to do.
It was pretty crazy. We had budgeted a fair amount of time to do said nothing.
We did stop at the Noss Berry Farm, though, and got their cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, Noss, not Knott's.
Yeah.
So different side of the country.
Which was not a disappointment.
Yes,
so it was still fine.
K-N-A-U-S.
Yep. So if you're going to go to Biscayne and you want to add this in here, We have 2 days budgeted for this because you do need to take guided tours to see the park.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes a little bit more time. You're probably not going to do several guided tours in one day. So if you want to see a couple different parts of Biscayne or do a couple of different things in Biscayne, you are going to need the 2 days to be able to take multiple tours.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't care to do that, if you just want to stop in and you can go to the visitor center and they have one little walk that you can do kind of around the bay.
It's like a quarter mile.
Yeah, and that's what you can do from land.
Which we had to stretch out over like 3 hours with junior ranger books.
Yeah, we did the junior ranger books. So we have since gone back and we've taken some tours. I would like to go back and do more because our kids are kind of young and a lot of what you do in Biscayne that's cool is snorkeling.
Right.
And our kids always whine when we try to take them snorkeling. So I'm just waiting for them to get a little older.
Yes,
but they
true.
have shipwrecks you can snorkel to. They have reefs that you can, there's tons of fish. Like, it's actually really cool for snorkeling.
Yeah, it's like the American version of Finding Nemo down there.
Yeah. And so, so for day 5, and this is your first day in Biscayne and maybe your only day in Biscayne, then I would take the Heritage of Biscayne boat tour.
Mm-hmm.
That one's several hours. It leaves right there from the main visitor center near Homestead. And it takes you out to several of the different islands, and then it will make a stop somewhere. They don't promise where, but when we did it, we stopped at Boca Chita at the lighthouse, and that was really, really cool.
It was super duper fun. Florida is such an interesting place because you have all different kinds of music and all different kinds of fun that you can have. And Boca Chita, when we were there, it was like people showed up with their boats and their barbecues.
It was a party, man.
It was awesome.
It was like one giant fiesta.
Oh, man.
It was so cool.
It was like, if we should, the theme of Boca Chita for me was like Flow Rida.
Yeah, and I felt like I just needed to be more fun.
Welcome to my house, that kind of thing. Or I've got a good feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Because you are so close to Miami that people will just day trip out to Boca Chita and they have picnic areas and stuff and they just party. But there's also a lighthouse, which is what we got to see when we went.
Exactly.
So, so that's a really fun tour. They teach you about the history of Biscayne. They teach you about the different people that affected this area and owned the various islands and stuff like that before it was a national park.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about the national park. You learn just a whole bunch of things about Biscayne. So that's the tour that I would start with. And then that's basically your day. So then you just go back to Homestead and, chill. It's a chill day. Florida is kind of a chill place.
It is.
So
you go back
we're not packing it full. We're not out sunrise to sunset in a lot of cases. We're just kind of taking our time, listening to good music, eating good food, seeing some cool things.
Yeah. What's that Luke Bryan song? Sunrise, sunburn,
Yeah, sunset, repeat.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. That's what we're doing here. It's so much fun.
Yep.
Speaking of repeating, let's do our Florida Man headlines for today. Florida man throws alligator through Wendy's drive-through window.
Why? That poor person.
He said it was a prank.
Oh.
But
that would be terrifying.
Apparently
I would pee myself if someone threw an alligator at me.
He said the cashier didn't think it was that funny of a prank.
I would think not.
This one actually is pretty normal. I've seen so many headlines of this. Florida man or Florida woman wrestles alligator to save dog.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
I see videos of that all the time.
That's why I was scared of alligators.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, what? I have a baby. It's just going to snatch it up.
Playing near the water with little kids is a little scarier in Florida.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to do the sluice log, John. There's alligators in there. They'll bite my feet off.
They do the death roll.
And pythons.
Yes. Don't watch Indiana Jones Temple of Doom with the alligators before you go to Everglades.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, nice. So now we are to day 6, which, as I said, is another Biscayne day if you want to do another guided tour.
Mm-hmm.
They have tours to Stiltsville, which is like a few buildings that are in the water on stilts, and it's historic. You've got kayaking tours, snorkeling tours, Lots of really cool options. We go through the Biscayne Institute. That's the main authorized concessionaire for Biscayne National Park for these tours. But they've got a bunch. So if you want another day in Biscayne, it's in this itinerary as part of the 10 days. If you don't, then you can go head to the Keys a little bit early and spend more time down there if you want. Another option is to go up into Miami if you want to, because you are right here.
Yeah.
And when you're booking the Biscayne tours, you actually want to check closely where it leaves from, because there's only one tour departure spot that is right down there by Everglades and Homestead, and the Fasco Visitor Center and stuff is right down there. Some of the other tours leave from actually closer to Miami and in Miami.
Right.
And so double check that before you book it, because you may be driving into Miami anyway. We have spent some time in Miami. I would not say. I don't know how much in detail we're going, John.
I was hoping to see Will Smith. But I saw a lot more than I intended.
We saw some chestage. Some chests.
Yeah. It was
in Miami Beach.
Not what I was hoping for.
And not young chests either.
Yeah.
Women, listen, if kids are listening, I'm just trying to be, but you know what I'm saying.
We're like driving down the main road and there's just these people like just sitting there and just like, there's a little bit more than we needed there. Please let this red light go to green faster.
We did go to Bill Baggs State Park right up in there, and that was really nice.
That was great.
So that's a fun area if you do want to go to a nice beach area. There's a lighthouse there too, near Miami. So that's an option. But again, like I said, if you want to head down to the Keys instead of doing that, that's fine too. But we do give you another day here in Biscayne if you want to take a second tour.
But that lighthouse was so pretty up there.
Yeah, it was.
It was really worth it.
All right, so day 6 ends again in Homestead, one more night in Homestead, and then we are heading to Margaritaville. So pretty excited about that, but we have some headlines for you first.
Speaking of Margaritaville, Florida man caught trying to teach an alligator to drink beer.
Oh, teach or just make it?
I think he was trying to teach.
Wow.
Also, Florida man breaks into home, cooks breakfast, tells owner, go back to sleep. He was found calmly eating eggs when the police arrived.
What? People? Oh my gosh.
I love Florida. It's so much fun.
Oh boy. Okay, day 7. We are driving to Key West from Homestead. It takes about 3.5 hours. There's a lot to see along the way. So this is kind of just a drive day. As you make your way out to Key West, you can stop wherever you're going through. Key Largo, which I always wanted to visit because I love the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Yep. And Largo, Montego.
So we're just making our way out this direction because we're heading to Dry Tortugas National Park, which is at the very end of the Florida Keys. And it's just a party as you make your way through. There's restaurants everywhere, seafood right on the water.
You can stop like every half hour. Just let your belly settle and then drive a little bit more and get another type of food for every half hour of this drive.
We always stop at the Blonde Giraffe in Key Largo at the beginning of our drive to get key lime pie.
It was the best key lime pie.
That's a can't miss for us. But yeah, there's beaches, restaurants, gift shops, all the fun things.
There's lots of little places you can stop and like with marinas, and you can eat seafood while you look over the marina as fish as boats come in and out.
There's lots of snorkeling spots. If you bring your snorkel gear, you can stop. You're driving through the Keys and it's beautiful. Even if you don't stop, you're, on this bridge, basically this perpetually long bridge that takes you from key to key to key to key.
You're like island hopping on this road that takes you out. And it's really cool. And our kids were like reading or on their tablets most of the time. And we're like, kids, ocean on both sides. And they were not impressed.
They don't care. Yeah. But we cared.
I know.
It was so pretty. And so, yeah, just stop along the way. Take your time as you're getting out to Key West. And then we're staying in Key West with an asterisk on this, Key West is very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you want to not stay in Key West this night and stay in one of the other keys that are cheaper as you're making your way out, that's fine too. Because day 7, again, is just a drive day. We're working our way towards Key West. And then day 8 is a more lax day in Key West. And so you can stay a little bit further out and finish your drive the next morning if you want to. I have never been so shocked at seeing hotel prices in Key West.
It's
in
insane.
The winter. Yeah, it was just, and for like not a great hotel, we paid like $600 a night.
Yeah. For like a flea bag hotel.
It was major sticker shock for me. But the thing is if you're going to Dry Tortugas, you really do kind of need to be in Key West to be able to get to your transportation to get out to the national park early in the morning.
Unless you want to wake up at like 3 in the morning to get out there.
But the night of day 7, you do have a little more flexibility there, the way that I wrote this itinerary.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to stay on one of the other keys, that's fine for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But then you will probably want to move to Key West for the remaining nights.
That being said, though, Key West is a lot of fun.
It is.
If you have the budget for it, and maybe plan a Key West specific budget.
Yeah.
Because then you can get there and walk around. There's so much music and fun.
Well, and Dry Tortugas is one of the more expensive national parks to visit.
Right.
And so you do, for this leg of the journey, you do need like a bigger budget for sure to get out here and to do this.
And it's kind of funny because so many people have heard of the Everglades and very few people seem to have heard of Dry Tortugas. And on this road trip, the majority of your money will probably go to Dry Tortugas.
And it's worth it. It's so worth it. Dry Tortugas is one of just the most surprising places I've ever been.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's day 7 is you're driving the keys. You're taking your time. You're living the island life. You're just having fun. It's
Exactly.
a party.
Just like this guy. Florida man dances on patrol car.
Oh.
To ward off vampires.
I think the heat is getting to them down there or something.
He spent a lot of time at Margaritaville, I think. Which, to what your point a minute ago, Florida man asks cops to test the purity of his meth.
Oh.
And then gets arrested for said meth.
Yeah.
The deputies gladly obliged, is what the story says.
Like, sure, let me take a look at it.
You're having too much fun in Key West, sir.
All right. So day 8, as I mentioned, is your Exploring Key West day.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to strongly try to convince you to go listen to our Dry Tortugas episodes, Exploring Dry Tortugas specifically, where we talk a lot more about what we like to do in Key West and the Dry Tortugas area.
There's so much here. There's history, there's partying, there's fun, there's food.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff here.
But I will say, what Key West feels like to me is like a more tropical Nashville.
Yeah.
You walk down Duval Street and there's music coming out of all the bars and restaurants, and it's got an island flavor though, you know?
Yeah.
And people are much more relaxed.
This is your Jimmy Buffett, Kenny Chesney part of Florida.
Yep.
And that's just so much fun.
No shoes, no shirt. So much. It really is fun.
No
Chickens
problems
everywhere.
Unless you're having too much fun.
Right.
Which we've talked about.
So yeah, we like to hang out on Duval Street. We like to eat at the restaurants. We like to tour the Ingham, the Coast Guard cutter.
That was so cool.
Really cool. So there's a lot of history in there too. You've got just a fantastical pirate history in this area too.
Gold, my friends.
We talk about in the fun facts, right? That was the piratey one where we talked a lot about that. So go listen to those podcast episodes for Dry Tortugas. I think they're some of our finest, most fun work.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
And it's just a really interesting spot. There's a lot of history and fun to be had.
It's kind of amazing it's like when explorers came from the old world and discovered the new world, it was like the Caribbean in the southern part of Florida. There's like 200 to 300 years of crazy history here.
It is. It's really cool. So Key West is fun. It has a very distinct flavor. It's worth a day of exploring for sure. And then, we have headlines. I forgot. Okay.
We sure do.
Okay.
Florida man denies drinking and driving. Says he only drank at the stop signs.
He was like, I wasn't drinking while I was driving.
Right. Exactly.
I stopped.
Yep. Red lights, stop signs.
Oh my gosh. That's not funny. You should not drink and drive. But
correct.
That logic is kind of funny.
Right. Exactly. Love the logic. You'll love the logic of this next person too. Florida man tries to pay bail with alligator.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
We can barter.
That's a currency now.
Bartering in Florida. Totally.
Here, I'll give you an alligator.
If you let me out of jail. I promise to show up to court.
Oh, boy.
Trust this alligator.
A little too much partying going on. That's funny.
But I'm excited for day 9, though.
Day 9. I mean, this is the crown of you've worked so hard to get here. And now day 9 is Dry Tortugas National Park.
Oh my gosh. This place, guys. It's amazing. Go to the Fun Facts episode. You'll learn why this place is so important and why it's so cool. But on one of the keys of Dry Tortugas, Fort Jefferson, like the largest 19th century masonry fort in the United States.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's incredible, and you can explore it, and you'll just have the most amazing time.
And I always thought it was weird that there's a huge fort out here. It's on Garden Key, so even further than Key West. I mean, you got to travel to get out here. You're traveling 2.5 hours on a boat.
Right.
Or if, you have a nice healthy budget, you're flying over, which is what we are doing next time. We are not taking the boat. You can learn about that in the Dry Tortugas episode too, because
the exploring episode. We cover
that was, it will be a plane for us next time. But it's really cool to learn why this giant fort is out here. And it makes more sense. It's like
in its historical context.
Yeah. And it's fascinating. And you can wander the fort. You can see the huge cannons that are still there, learn about the history. And then you've got more of the water activities like snorkeling and, sunbathing and stuff like that.
Yep.
Around the fort that you can do.
But a lot of people also sail out here too in their boats because kind of like Biscayne, this is mainly a water park.
99% water.
Which is crazy.
So,
and there's shipwrecks out here too.
Yeah, there's so much. So most people just do the one day in Dry Tortugas because if you're taking the ferry boat, then you're leaving in the morning, spending the whole day out there basically, and then coming back at the end of the day. And same with the airplanes. Most of those people they take the plane over, stop for a couple hours, and then take the plane back to Key West. There is camping on the island if you want to do that. Some people do stay overnight. Not many.
Right.
There's just a couple spots. It's not like a big thing to do. So most people do really just spend the one day.
Right.
If you want a second day, add it and go camping if you want to. Most people don't go over and back twice, though. Again, it's really expensive. And it takes some time to get all the way out into the westernmost part of the Florida Keys. So one day is usually enough for people.
Yes, but what a cool opportunity if you did.
Yep.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
I know. I do want to do that sometime.
Could you imagine the stars?
It was closed. The campground was closed, right, the last time we were there because they were eradicating the rats. So
I feel like we did a really good job of maybe convincing people to do it. And then we just smashed all of the ground we had gained.
I mean, we have camped in places that had a lot of mice and stuff. When we did the Zion Narrows, we had to put our food in it was a metal bag and hang from the trees because there were so many mice and you could hear them just scurrying around all night trying to get to our stuff. And I was just yeah, I'm good. Don't think I want to do that again. So
Yeah, exactly.
So it was kind of the same situation in Dry Tortugas right around the time we were there last time, but they did it. They took care of it, so it probably is fine.
Yeah, makes sense now. Like, if total segue to different place, but like Iceland in Reykjavik, they want cats everywhere to take care of the mice. So they should do that at Dry Tortugas.
So you should camp at Dry Tortugas, is the moral of the story. But no, I mean, one day on the island, it's not a very big island. And yes, there is a ton of other stuff you could do if you had like your own boat or if you spent another night there or something. But for most people, you're going to go out for the day, hang out, and come back to Key West. And so one day is generally sufficient. But that's your day 9. And honestly, Dry Tortugas, seriously, is one of the coolest national parks I've ever visited. I was excited to go before we went, but then after going, like our first time there, we were all just like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm speechless at how cool this actually is.
I know. It's so cool.
And it's in the journey of getting there, too. I mean, like we said, you've driven all the way to the end of the road in the Florida Keys to Key West.
And then you have to take another form of transportation
all the way out into the ocean to Dry Tortugas.
So it is a journey to get out here. And it's also the most expensive part of the trip.
But it's amazing. Once in a lifetime. Like,
absolutely.
You need to do it because it will blow your socks off.
It will. Kind of like this headline.
Okay.
Florida woman pulls gator from yoga pants during traffic stop. She also had 40 turtles in her car.
What?
She was hiding an alligator in her yoga pants.
I'm wearing yoga pants right now. John, could I hide an alligator in here? I don't think so.
Probably a little guy.
They're pretty tight.
Yeah.
I feel like that would hurt your legs.
I think she was trying to make her own zoo.
Ugh.
That's kind of wild.
People are so weird.
But also, Florida man arrested for impersonating police officer while he was pulling over a real police officer.
Wow.
Yeah. I think we liked the logic of the guy earlier.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
this one doesn't make sense.
This guy didn't have much logic or common sense.
Oh my word. All right. Day 10. Day 10's your drive day. You have 3.5 hours from Key West back to Miami to catch your flight.
Yep.
So 10 days. 10 days in Florida.
What a cool trip, though, right? Oh my gosh. I love this Florida road trip.
I know. And you're just, like we said, like you're just jamming to the island music. You're eating key lime pie for every meal.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in a warm, tropical, nice place during the winter. And you get to see three very different national parks.
Yes. We've talked about flavor with Florida Man. That's just for fun. But this is a road trip with so many flavors for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so much good food you could eat. It's fun because you have all different kinds of music and cultures all blending down here.
You've got the Cuban and the Puerto Rican and you've got all of that down in this area that just adds so much fun.
Yeah, exactly.
To everything you do. So we have a deep love for this road trip and for these national parks. Like we said, we go here almost every year now because there's just so many cool things to discover and so many junior ranger badges to be had.
It's true. Our kids,
in one trip.
Kids came back with 3 really cool junior ranger badges. But we did skip the headlines and I did save 2 really good headlines.
All right, for day 10.
For our final day. This one is a meme, actually, and you can watch a YouTube video of this one. Florida man fights hurricane by screaming at it shirtless in his yard.
That, my friends, is my uncle.
Who never, ever, ever leaves and goes to safety when the hurricanes come.
Oh, sheer will is keeping the hurricanes from blowing down his house.
Exactly. He said that he was showing the hurricane who was boss.
Nice.
Is what this person said.
Yep. That sounds on brand.
Okay, but this one is my all-time favorite. And especially since we're leaving Key West, if you listen to the Fun Facts episode, you realize how much gold kind of went through that place. But this one, Florida man steals $33,000 worth of rare coins, then deposits them in a Coinstar machine. If you don't know what a Coinstar machine is, it's like you go to the grocery store and you have a bunch of extra change and you just put it in the machine.
And it sorts and counts your change for you.
And gives you like bills instead of that.
Oh.
So he collected significantly less.
It's like this gold coin that's $1,000 counts for a penny in the Coinstar machine.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
That is probably my favorite Florida man story. $33,000, probably down to like $7 in change.
Oh, we love Florida.
We love Florida.
Thank you, Florida. And hopefully this is a road trip you'll get to take. It's perfect for the winter months. We're just heading into the winter months right now, so why not?
Yeah.
Why not go?
Exactly. This is the perfect time. You'll love it. Once the charm of the snow disappears, because after Christmas and New Year's, it's like, why is it even cold and white anymore? Let's go to Florida.
February, my friends, is earmarked for Florida for me.
It's true.
That is when I just get super sad about the snow, and it's like, Florida, yay. So go take this road trip. Head over to the Dirt in My Shoes Facebook or Instagram pages for your task today.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know which of the 3 parks you're the most excited to see.
Right.
We want to know, out of all 3 parks, this road trip hits Everglades, Biscayne, and Dry Tortugas. Which one do you want to see? If you've seen them all, send pictures, Put some pictures up there of your favorite one.
Extra
and
points.
Let us know. Yeah. We do read through all of those. We love commenting on everything. We love connecting with you. So
we love that we just get to talk with people that take adventures, fun adventures.
Yeah.
That's you.
I know. You're so cool. Thanks for being here.
Yes. And if you're enjoying the podcast, please give us a 5-star review. We really appreciate you. And we hope that you go get some sand in your shoes.